Virgo, this is Just with your April 15th to the 30th, 2018 reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So Virgo, the challenge for you guys for the remainder of April will be time. Time may seem to go against you. Now keep in mind, we do have Uranus conjuncting the new moon in Aries. Uranus is the energy that is the speed of light, mixed with the sign that represents the speed of light. So time will definitely get the best of you guys. And I believe for you will be in your 8th house. And it does represent money. So you may find that a lot of things is coming at you regarding money. Okay. And so definitely do your best to kind of evaluate. You may have to make decisions quickly about money, about something new versus something old. Like you have to make a lot of decisions, or a lot is coming at you, or you may find that you're overthinking about money, about starting new versus, trying to continue to do something existing. Like your mind will be racing these next couple of weeks, and it'll be nothing that you can do about it. I do feel like in the past, though, that there was this energy of you guys aren't ready to make a sacrifice. Some of you haven't been ready to make a sacrifice. Some of you haven't been really ready to completely end something. Something could have ended. Some of you may have felt like you made not that you made the wrong sacrifice, or you ended something that perhaps you didn't want to end, or something ended that you didn't want to end. Okay. Like you wasn't ready. I do see that some of you, that could have been a job situation. Okay. So a job could have ended when you weren't ready, for it to end. And I do see that some of you are actively looking for another, opportunity. You may be a little bit confused about, because I do feel like you're a bit jaded, and it makes some sense. If you weren't ready for something to end and then it ended, you may, even though you have to move forward, so you have to go to the next step, there is an element of being confused about, will this work? Is this going to be the right place for me? And this also can have to do with your own business. Okay. Some of you are moving forward and in search of something better, but confused about whether it will work or not. But at the same time, being enthused of this new beginning. Okay. So some of you could be starting a new job, and again, not knowing exactly how it's going to work, having been stung by a previous position, moving forward nonetheless, and being excited all at the same time. So definitely you guys are having peaks and valleys as far as your emotions are concerned. 1 minute it's peaking, next minute is a bit in a valley stage of trying to contemplate and trying to be as safe as possible. I don't feel like this is going to be a time that you can be safe, because again, things happening so fast. A lot of it is out of your control. You're going with the flow as best as you can. But all in the while, there's a sense of not knowing exactly where it'll all land. I do see that you've been working really hard, and you've been manipulating energies as you see necessary and as you see it fit. Some of you have been making a lot of moves and being very strategic and quiet about it, and also lying if you have to about the things that you're doing. Okay. You may have been doing this for the past 3 weeks, the past 3 days, or the past 3 months that you've been keeping quiet about things, or all of the month of March. Some of you may feel like you have another couple of weeks or months before you can actually strike and move forward. I do see that some of you are looking to move. You are looking for houses. Again, a lot is out there. You're not sure if what you want. You're excited about this new start. And I feel like, again, you're being very quiet about this move that you're making and not telling anyone. What is happening for you guys is that there will be a sense of feeling very financially stable, particularly for Virgo men. You will be at a place where you want to be within the next 3 weeks or 3 months. You will be there. You will feel like, okay, I'm here. I can make any moves I want to make, and there's endless possibilities for me out there. I do feel like you may have, if some of you guys have started working a job, you may be excited that it's something new, because that's exactly what you wanted. You just wanted something new. You needed something new. So this into something in the past, albeit you may have been on the fence, or you may have felt like you weren't ready, or for others of you may have been waiting and waiting, and it seemed like the end of something and a new beginning of something else was never going to happen, and then it came. Some of you are being fed by this new beginning and this new energy, but I do sense that there's going to be yet another change and another beginning in a different direction later on. It's just that you need to kind of get your footing. I feel like this new beginning brought you your mojo back, if you will. It gave you that sense of like, I can do it. I do still have it. Or you're still trying to work your way to this pinnacle place is where I feel. Not in a literal sense, pinnacle, but in a pinnacle place is exactly what you want. So if you're starting a new job, you may expect that you will down the line start something else. Okay. Down the line, because again, there's a lot of opportunities here, and you will see that there's just so much out there that you need to start to consider. You don't want to get back into that place where you've just worked one thing and you worked that really hard only to be disappointed down the line. It's like, no, I'm going to continue to keep my options open and see what's out there for me. And I do feel like a lot of you are feeling a bit riskier than you normally would. Usually Virgos are very practical, very plan orientated, and they follow that one plan. Now let's see where the transit is. You have Aries in that 8th house, so your deep feelings and emotions, and again, you have experienced this death that is creating this new beginning. And with Taurus in your sign, I feel Taurus is in your 9th house, so there's going to be a higher understanding or different way of understanding things that are the unknown to you. I feel with Virgos, you guys are always trying to cross your T's and dot your I's, particularly for there to not be a disappointment in something that you can't foresee. But again, you're going to start to welcome unforeseen things and things that are foreign to you. Okay, even foreign places that are foreign, you're going to find delight in going places that are uncharted, territories that are uncharted by you guys. That's the place that you're going to want to go. You're feeling very driven and very focused at this time, and you're feeling quite independent. There's things that you want to do, and you're taking on a lot again. You're doing it very quietly. And some of you are just lying your way through things until you get to the other side of wherever you're trying to go. You are absolutely lying. Okay. You're lying to whoever you need to lie to about whatever you need to be lying about. Like 100% you're lying. But you feel like it's going to reach your ultimate goal, so you feel like I have to lie. I have to, lie about this thing because, I have to get to this ultimate place. Now, I feel that you need to, some of you guys are wrestling with dealing with, I feel like some of you are wrestling with a source of identity. Some of you could be dealing with an identity crisis. You may feel like to some extent you're not to say that you're not good enough, but you may feel as though you can't do something. And then it turns into, well, since I can't do it, you feel very defensive against someone. Some of you may feel like it's up to another person in order to set you free or for you to have what you want. Like it's up to this other person. Okay. And you're looking at someone else to free you when in fact that person may be looking and just trying to defend what they have. So it's a weird dichotomy. Hopefully you guys can understand. This does center around, if it is the workplace, then it's perhaps you feeling I get like perhaps this person, it's not necessarily a superior, but there's someone that they are important enough in your life to be coming up in this spread. And there's a sense of you feeling defeated by someone that you continue to have some form of constant battle with. And it can be your competitor if you have your own business, okay? It may be someone that's a rival at your workplace. But there is someone that you may be the small fry, you may be the new person, and this person has worked themselves up, but they may feel like people are coming against them, and therefore they're just trying to survive. And you are feeling as though you may be feeling like, I'm not here to hurt you. I don't want to, I'm not the person that's going to do you wrong. But there could be someone at your workplace or in your life that you feel is, feel like they can't trust you, or they may feel like you're the enemy as well. Okay. So there's that. Like you may be trying to convince someone that I'm not the enemy, but it's almost impossible to convince this person that you are not their enemy. Okay. And you may be saying that, hey, I've been wounded too. I went through my stripes and my battles as well. I understand where you're coming from, but it's like the person can't really see you because you're not to say that you're not on their level, but the person is just trying to keep their head above water. So they can't even see what you're saying. So you may find that to be the case at the workplace. Like you may feel like, you may find someone going through something that you've gone through. And no matter what you say, you're not going to be able, or you may feel like you really can't say anything to them. You may be looking at them like, I understand what you're going through. I've gone through it myself, and the person can't even, like, they won't even hear you, or they won't even be able to understand whatever you say to them. Or how some people, they'll just give you a look, and the look that they give you says everything. And you may be waiting for them to like look at you just so you can kind of confirm to them through a look, but they'll never look at you. They'll never acknowledge you. They'll never see you. You understand? Even though you're trying to relate to them. So there's that. So you're trying to relate to someone that it seems to be very impossible to relate to this person. Okay. And it may be on the work front, but it also can be in your personal life as well. Now, I feel like in the second week, a lot of you guys will start to do a lot of self-care. I feel like you guys will feel very balanced. You're welcoming all of these new beginnings that's happening in your life, and you're continuing to sow your seeds, okay? You're continuing to plant your seeds and just taking your time waiting for the harvest. And I feel like you may be at a standstill as to the next move, because there's something new that you're going to want to do. At first, you may feel a bit, again, stuck, like, I don't know what I want to do next, or I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this. And then something comes up like, oh, I got it. This is what I'm going to do, or this is the next thing I'm going to do. So I just see a lot of new beginnings happening for you guys, new things all around you, but it's all coming together to suffice this ultimate plan that you have that you're not telling anybody, which is typical Virgo. And again, it'll all be coming to you within a 3-month period or 3-week period where you'll sit back and say, now I'm starting to see I'm reaping what I sow. And you guys do have Taurus in your 10th house. So, and I do feel like this has a lot to do with, for some of you, it will be definitely family. Others of you, it's going to be your career. Okay, it's what it looks like to me. Now, finances. I do feel like money for you guys will be coming in really fast. Or a lot of communication around money. So if it's tax season, you may have to go back and revise your taxes. You may have to look at it again. You may have to decide, how am I going to handle my taxes for next year? Because I paid a hell of a lot of money in taxes this year, and I'd want to mitigate that. So some of it could be you hiding some form of information with your taxes, that sort of thing. I feel like as far as finances are concerned, I feel like you guys are clear enough to understand the monies that you have. And so you should be clear about what you're spending and how you're spending your money. And I do feel like you're spending it in a way that's pretty smart. I would just say that there's not a whole lot of money that will be coming to you in the remaining month of April. You may find that whatever money you've been waiting on, that money is going to come to you, and it's going to come fast. So if there's anything you've been waiting on, no, with that 8th house activation of the new moon and Uranus, it is going to come to you really, really fast. And when you get it, you'll know exactly what to do with the money that's coming to you. Excuse me. I feel like as far as your love life is concerned, some of you, there could have been an end to a situation that was holding on by a thread. Somebody was just holding on, and then something just came in and ended the situation. Some of you, if that's the case, you left. Like you could have been the one that left the home, moved on, or you decided to leave the situation. I do feel like even though you've left, you're very confused emotionally. You're not sure if that was the best thing that was the best thing for you emotionally, but you're moving on nonetheless, and you're welcoming a new beginning for those of you who are newly single. Okay, I do feel like you're really focusing on work right now, and you may find that you're using work as a way to escape a lot of things. So to some extent, some of you may be escaping work to not deal with your emotional side. You may be using work as an escape to escape from life, I feel. Even maybe your responsibility for some of you. Some of you may be saying, well, I have to work. I can't go home. I won't be home anytime soon because I have to work. So some of you are hiding behind work, and you'll be using work as your newfound excuse as to why you can't do certain things. Okay. I do see that for some of you, if you're a Virgo male, then you have a lot of options out there. You may have 3 different people that you are dealing with. Someone that's a day-to-day in your life all the time. Another person that you speak to a little less than that person that's in your life all the time. And then there's someone at a distance. And there's so many more people. So if you're a male Virgo and you're single, you may find that, you have more than enough options, and you're very, very secure in those options. And I feel that there may be a situation where some of you need to, you may want to, again, reason with someone. Again, if you're single, you're newly single, you're transitioning into this single life. You may want to reason with someone, or you may want to kind of mend things with a person, or at least get closure. I feel like some of you don't have closure, but you're using work and other things to not have to deal with the emotional side of life for you. And you may want to have closure. You may want to, again, fix something with a particular person, but that person is I feel like this person is just like battle weary, but they just feel like they can't trust you. They can't move forward. They can't see it your way. They just can't. And I feel like this has a lot to do with a marriage, or what was once a marriage, a long-standing relationship. And you guys kind of have to deal with each other because there may be kids involved. There's other things involved in this relationship where there's still a connection there. Okay. In the second week, however, I feel that there will be this, again, speaking for you guys that are single, you guys will be, more focusing on yourself. Not sure if you want to get back out and get yourself really out there, but then again, just as surely as you feel like, no, I'm not sure if I want to even start dating again, or, I'm not sure if that's what I want to do. You may meet someone that changes your mind just like that. Okay. Someone might come in and change your mind immediately. Like, well, I thought I didn't want to date anyone, but then I met, this person. Or if you're a male Virgo, then you're changing your mind on that really quickly. If there's someone who you may have wanted to reconcile with, if the person is acting, like they still can't get off this fence, you're like, you know what, I'm going to start doing something different. I'm going to go out now. I'm going to satisfy this, urge of wanting to kind of connect. So there's that. If you're in a relationship, I feel like you may be leaving home. You may have to, your job may require you to travel a lot. And I feel like you may, there's some element about travel, leaving work that you're not sharing with your mate. Again, I keep getting hiding. So not necessarily telling your mate that you're out doing other things and you're saying, oh, I'm here, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But in fact, you're out doing other things. Okay. So what I see here, I feel like some of you in relationships, some of you are actually working. Okay. Some of you are working on a relationship. You're wanting to work a relationship work on a relationship and fix it, particularly if this is the mother of your child, if you have children by this woman. I feel like you really want to work on that relationship, and you're going to be very happy because family life is going to really resume and get better. Like if you guys live together, if there's family, I feel like if you live together, you might be two ships passing because a person may be having to travel, or when you're gone, they're home. When they're home, you're gone, that sort of thing. But I feel like you're willing to work on a relationship, and you will you will be happy at the fact that your family will start to get back on track. Although I feel like there's going to be needing to juggle work life, family life, social life, work life, family life, because some of you, again, like I said, there will be this, lying, I feel, to some extent about work, and then you're somewhere else or you're doing something else, and that's for some of you as well. In the second week, I do see that there's a wanting of a new beginning. There may be a little bit of a stalemate after wanting a new beginning, and then this new way of coming together, communicating, or you finding a solution to the problem, especially if you're a male trying to get through to a particular woman in your life, and trying to get her to understand the relationship and how to fix the situation. You may come up with a resolve. Now, some of you, there is a situation here where there is lying, there's cheating going on, and there's someone outside of your relationship that you're going to see, and you're using an excuse of work to go and see someone else, is what it looks like to me. So some Virgos will be taking on this stance of starting to, and I get it heavy from male energy. So male Virgos are going to be, they're not leaving. You guys aren't leaving your relationship. Whoever left, they left. You understand? That happened in the past energy. Well, whoever's here is who you're going to still be with, but you're not going to say, okay, I'm going to leave one for the other. I'm just going to focus on the one. Some of you are going to try to incorporate. You're definitely going to keep the two, and then you're going to still be trying to incorporate more. So, and you'll be hiding behind work to kind of facilitate all of this stuff. So that's what I have for you guys. And I get it's almost like you guys have made a decision that this is just what you're going to do. It's like, this is what I'm going to do, and that's it. And so that's what I have for you guys. And I hope you kind of were able to go along with me, because it's a lot of different groups. So hopefully you found yourself in those different aspects of the reading. So that's what I have for you guys for the remainder of April 2018. Can you hear that, you guys? I'm halfway through. My voice is starting to change. I can just imagine what it'll sound like once I get to Pisces. So hopefully this has been helpful. If you would like to share with us how it has been, please do so in the comment section below. We love to hear from you. If you would like something personal with me, I can be reached in the description box below, as well as the beginning and the end to this video. And if you are new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Virgo.